And with you, the All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. In motion now, it's Collins. He'll go play action with Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. That is the 9-time Pro Bowler Khalil Mack in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's going to air this one out, and this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of...
And he is gone. 75 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Here we go. The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Stroud. That'll be caught. And he is not going to make it. They stop him short. And this remains a 6-0 game.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A run with the fullback hand. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. To throw is Goff. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs.
He takes off, and he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On second down, Goff. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Cup in motion. On play action. Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. It's going to be fielded back at the 5. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down.
Here we go. Tony.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter. They've got it. Second down and 2. They'll stick with him again. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 4.
On the clip. 18.
Backs to the ground. He'll get it again.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
18.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Backs to the left side. Hauled in by Leggett. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. LaDainian Tomlinson. Touchdown, Miami. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively. Because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Look the hot.
To throw is Stroud. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
In motion now, it's Collins. He's got his man. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a 1st down. Goff to throw. A short one taken by Hawkinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
12 more yards. That's another Kansas
Goff
City
going to throw here on 1st and 10.
First down.
He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
13 more yards.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
First down.
Go. On the bootleg, it's Goff. It's picked up by the Dolphins. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
All right.
To throw, it's Stroud. That one complete to Lee Getz. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, Stroud. Open man downfield is Kittle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And the Dolphins, 1st down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Tonight. 118. That's it. Tonight.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Kirby Joseph.
Here we go. Tonight.
Now, faking the give. Open man downfield is Leggett. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. So, we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Whoa! And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's got another one. LaDainian Tomlinson. Touchdown, Miami. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. And making a hat trick. That is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Here's Stroud to the line. His guy's going to try to get two more.
The Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll power ahead with Ham, the fullback. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
20. To throw is God. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
And this is caught. So an 8-point swing. What a turn here. The fumble return for touchdown, and they tack on 2 more for good measure.
Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's first and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Miami.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Stroud to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. So, after two straight incompletions, here's third and 10.
11. Hey, south.
Here's Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one's incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A throw there, caught, finally gets, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Well,
Now Mike McDaniel unhappy with the last call, and out comes the challenge flag. What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Kansas City.
Slot man in motion left. On first and 10, here's Goff. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Cooper, Cup, touchdown Chiefs. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Chiefs are able to cut into the deficit. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 10. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
5 yards on the play. That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, a modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Now a give up the middle. Finding room to the 20. And he's into the end zone yet again. LaDainian Tomlinson. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So, 3 quarters now in the books. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense ready to go now to begin this 4th quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
20.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins.
A gain of 12 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 12. And a first down, Chiefs.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand. They get back on offense for 1st and 10.
All right.
Now give on the ground. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
All right.
Right back to him on 1st down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
On the quick, right?
Stroud. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
Here we go.
Here's a run. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. LaDainian Tomlinson. Touchdown, Dolphins. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Here's Stroud to the line. His guy's going to try to get 2 more.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Not much happening there, just a short game.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Now Goff gonna hold on to it. Oh, a loose football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
What's that? 18. What's that? Right.
To the ground, a first down run. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
118, what's that? Tonight.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. This is caught at the 2. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
Look the hop. 118, what's that? Tonight.
Now Stroud. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Here's Stroud to the line, and his guy's going to try to get two more.
The Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot downfield looking for Kupp. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.